Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna talk about Mysql Database, and we are gonna use Mysql in our Flask page. And the reason I'm choosing Mysql over SQL Alchemy is you can write your own queries in Mysql actually, so it gives you a confidence. So to create a database, I created a temporary mail in tabmail.org. You can use your own mail here and go to freemysqlhosting.net and start your free account. You will receive a email here when you create your database server. So in here I'm gonna create a new Python file, say tutorial 6. Right, I'm gonna copy these all in here, and you can find the code in the description, link in the description. But before that, I need to create a Python class in here, which will be our database manager. And we are gonna use Flask Mysql DB here, so I'm gonna install it. Actually, I installed it, but I will show you. And contact wait and pip install Flask in Mysql DB. Alright. So I have already installed it, and I'm gonna skip this part. And here from Flask _ Mysql DB import Mysql. Let's create our class here. Database manager and our init function here. We are gonna need a username here, which will be none at first, and email address, which will be none, and I won't add any password, so you can feel free to add something else. And our self app will be our Flask application. It will be app, so I will pass the argument in here. And our configurations are self-app.config and MySQL. I will use underscore here, and I will copy these 4 times. A user will be something, password, host, and DB. In here, when you get the email, you will use your name or username. Those are both are the same. In here, you can copy this one, and DB will be the same, and password here. And the host will be our server here. Right, and I will add another configuration here actually to get all the cursors as dictionary, and it will return the tuple of dictionaries. So self-app.config MySQL _ cursor class will be dict cursor. Alright, self.mysql will be MySQL. I will pass our application, and I won't use app in here. I will use self app. Actually, it doesn't matter, but I rather this one. So self.cursor will be none. I am just setting this parameter in here as none because I will create a cursor in here, just a connection. And we are gonna need a function to create a table, a query in here. Let's call this create table. Here self.cursor will be self.mysql.connection.cursor. Okay. In here, actually let me type this self.cursor.execute. In here, create table. If you know SQL, you know these calls in here. And I'm gonna name my table as users, and arguments will be name, which will be text, and email, which will be text again. Alright, but if we use this code like this one, we will get an error when we first create our table. We will not get any errors, but after we first create this table, if we use this create table function again, it will just return us a error because the table will be already exist. So I'm going to use try and accept methods in here. Accept and pass. Alright, I use bare accept here. Actually this will be operational error. So, and here we are gonna need a function to add a user. Let's say def add underscore user. We are gonna need name and email. Self.cursor. I'm gonna use this connection in here also because I want it to be connected every time. And self.cursor.execute, and I'm gonna pass a f string in here, insert into users, and values will be name and email. But in here actually we are passing strings, but we need to have this in as string in here. So I'm going to use these ones. So self mysql dot connection dot commit. We are going to commit this one. All right. And when we sign up, actually, if a user already signed up, so we need to check the user exists in our query or not. So I'm gonna create a function to get users to check these ones actually, and self.cursor, again the same connection, and self.cursor execute, and we are gonna select everything from users, and we are gonna just return self.cursor.fetch all. Alright. The reason I'm using this one is we are going to just create table in our home page. So when we go to home page, it will connect to our database. But if you don't go to home page directly, we will not get this one. So I'm using it in here. And in here, I will make a couple of changes, actually. But first, I wanna renew our templates in here. I will use actual sign in.html, but I will copy this, paste in here. Let's say sign up, and again copying it, and let's say login. Right? And to log in our page, we will get our mail. Let's say email here. So I'm not going to use the name here actually. And to sign up, I'm gonna take name and email. Here, let's add placeholder, name, placeholder, email. Okay. And our in theme.html, I'm gonna change this one. I'm gonna delete this sign up. Actually, not sign in. Say sign up and login. I'm gonna copy these. I'm gonna need logout here. Okay. And in here we are gonna make some changes, and we need to first import our database manager. From database manager imports database manager, and let's say dbm is database manager, and we are gonna pass app in here. Okay. And in home page, we are gonna create table or check if there's a table or not. So dbm.create table. The reason I'm doing this in here because it's a Flask application and it will just work under app.root. So if you don't want to use this one and you just use this like that one, you're gonna get error. So keep in mind that you can only use this one in app.root. Okay. So I'm gonna change this one as login, and in here actually we are not gonna get username because in login we are getting the email. And here user mail, or yes, user email in here, and we are gonna get the users in our database to check if the user exists or not. So mysql underscore db will be dbm.get users, and for user in mysql db, if user email is user mail, we are going to return to return redirect to user here. Okay. But if there is no mail, actually we just need to check this one. So I'm gonna create a variable in here, let's say it's flag, and if user is found in our database, we are gonna just increment our flag as 1, and if flag is 0, which means if we couldn't find the user or user's email, we are gonna simply return back to our login page. Redirect URL for login. Actually, we are getting in the same page, and we can leave this section. Okay. If we have connected, we will have session in here. Right, we don't need this one. Okay. And actually we don't need this one. We don't need to check the username in session. And we are going to create our sign up function, sign up page. Let's say sign up. And actually I have to change this one to login.html. Alright, and in here I'm gonna get user email and username. Alright, and we can actually add these in session. Oh, not username, user email, username in here. This was just for checking if there's a user actually, and we are gonna create the session and go to the user page or profile page. And if there's no user, we are gonna add the user name and mail address to our database. So we are gonna need dbm.add user and username and user email here. Okay, in here actually if this is not post, so we're gonna go to sign up. Yeah, let's say this is logout. Okay, we are gonna put username and user email, and we are gonna go to login, and here login. Actually it's okay, I guess. So I'm gonna run this, copy it, and go to our home page. I'm gonna go to login, so we are gonna just enter an email here. Let's say coding at mail. Let's say submit. Okay, there's no such an email address in our database, so we are in the login page again. So go to sign up, name, say coders, email coders.mail.co, and submit. Okay, yeah, it directly goes to profile page or user page in here. Okay, we will go to login actually, because I wanna make a user to go to login page after signing up. Okay, I'm saving this one and going to home page again, and here actually we need to enter another email address different than what we have entered. Let's say code123@gmail.co, submit. Okay, we are in the login page, and let's go to sign up. coder1@mail.co, submit. Alright, I'm gonna check this one and return back. Okay, in sign up I actually forgot something in here. If we couldn't find a user in our database, we are gonna add the user in here, and we will go to our login page. Here, just save this one, and let's go our home page, sign up, coder2@mail.co, submit. Okay, we are in login page. Let's say coder2@mail.co, submit. We have to go to user page actually. Signup is login.html. In login there should be something else. We need to have the username in here, so this will be the user name, and we have to go to user page in here. Okay, the mistake was in user we are checking the session if there's username, and we will go to profile.html, and we didn't add this one. I forgot it in here. Alright, let's save this one. We are in the login page, coder2@mail.co. okay, it says hello coder. Actually that was it for MySQL database, but I want to show you something else. I want to show message flashing in here, where we're going to use these ones. We are going to use in sign up and login pages, and when we sign up we are going to login page, and I want to show a message to the user if user signed up or already signed up. So I'm gonna simply use flash in here. In login page, actually, I'm gonna just flash a message in here. Email address is wrong, or there is no such email, say, and it will be an information. When we try to log in with an email address, if this email address is not our database, it will flash a message like there is no such mail, and we will stay at the login page. Okay, in login page we need to add something. Let's create our blocks. So with messages, get flashed messages in here. This is just a simple Python code, and if there's a message, we are going to just simply write if messages, and we are gonna loop in messages. Let's say for message in messages, and I'm gonna just use a p tag to display our message. And we are gonna end for loop, and we are gonna end our if statement, and we are gonna end our with and with. Okay, and I want to use this one, not this one actually. I want to copy this flash in here. When we add user in here, I want to just flash a message, and you have successfully signed up. Okay, I hope there's no mistake. And here I am saving this and going to home page. Let's go to login page and enter a mail address, enter something, doesn't matter. You see there is no such a mail, it says. Okay, go to sign up. There's a mistake. Okay, signup.html. When did I change it? I don't remember, but okay, I saved it. Go to sign up and let's say coder3 at mail.co. Submit. You have successfully signed up. Okay, coder3 at mail.co and submit. Okay, so we have seen MySQL database, and I said why I don't use SQL Alchemy, and we have seen message flashing through our pages. So I guess that was it for this video, and thank you for watching.